What's your advice to someone who is about to start their entrepreneurship and getting resistant or, thinking a lot to take their first steps? So what are your advice to them?
Advice. I wouldn't say I give advice, but maybe I share my journey of growth. Yeah. That would be maybe somebody pick up and find it helpful. I'm not sure. But my journey of growth is I focus on three things, just three things. Lesson learned, relationship, and build my capacity in that particular area that I wanted to enter. Because I have the history of starting again many times. So I knew that whenever I start again, I will be starting from zero. So I have to accept that I learn from scratch. So keep being, knowing where you are. There's a saying, a journey of 1,000 steps. Start with one.
Yep.
I always know that. So I don't expect myself to be 1,000 when I start something new. And in that journey, I trust in relationship with people and learning along the way. When I build a relationship with the right people in the field, then they will teach me what I need to learn.
Exactly.
So I don't need to learn to know everything, but I need to have a good relationship with key people, with everybody, really. Especially the expert that is ahead of me. They are very happy to pass on their knowledge if I'm humble enough to learn. But usually sometimes we have the insecurity and we don't open up to say, I don't know, teach me. And when people are willing to teach you, you're not willing to learn. So then you don't improve, as and then you sit there in your own corner and then grind and say, I can't do this, I can't do this. But for me, it's very easy for me to go to the right people that I know. He's a way ahead of me, she a way ahead of me. I will go and say, can you teach me this? I don't know how to do this. And then from there, good relationship is the key for me.
There you go.
Always.
There you go.
And my mom gave me this sentence, the way is in your mouth. Since I was little, she taught me that the way is in your mouth.
There you go.
So open your mouth and ask. So in anything, in the immigrant journey, same thing. I came here, didn't know how to get my way to Coles. Then I would say, can anyone show me the way to Coles? The first person mentioned Coles. I didn't know what Coles was.
Right.
I remember as a student, I didn't know what Coles was. I came here naive, and they say, you go to Coles, behind Coles, there's a bus stop. I say, what is Coles? Just like that.
You don't know the term, what is Coles, right?
Yeah, and they look at me and say, oh, you don't know Coles? Yes, I don't really know Coles. What is it? And they say, oh, it's a supermarket. I said, yes, thank you, because I just arrived last week. I had no idea what Coles is.
Coles is, right.
So the way is in the mouth.
Yeah.
Relationship. And willing to go and build that relationship and learn from people who knows. And by that way, I increase my capacity in the particular area I want to learn. So I can pick up their brain, pick up their mind. Some people don't want to share their expertise, but I'm sure there are always someone who's willing to share their expertise.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So how about your experience living in Australia? How you feel like being an Australian and living in Australia?
Wow, that's another really broad question.
Yes.
This reflecting question. My general experience in Australia is really amazing. I have so much to be grateful for. I have built my life here. I feel like it's totally my home, my homeland. I love being in Melbourne, and I have a happy family here. And I'm kind of blessed in the way that the journey is quite smooth and pretty easy. Not without any challenges. The challenge of how to drive, pick up that driving skill took a long time because I came after 30. So taking the cars out onto this 80 kilometers drive, and finding direction was a big challenge to overcome. And then getting lost. So many times I get lost, and park in the wrong place and getting a fine.